Good evening and welcome to the Skinner Park. Yes, you heard correctly. The Skinner Park, where we have the South Zone Knockout Under-14 Finals. It's presentation up against Naparima College. Of course, anytime presentation and Naparima meets, it's going to be a cracker. And you can expect nothing but the same here this afternoon at the Skinner's Park. The field paints a picture. All the officials are out. The vice president of the SSFL, Mr. Essien, he leads out the entourage to the field, as the mayor is also there, and the other officials from the South Zone, the skipper of the Naparima team, yes, the exciting Jeremiah Daniel, he leads the official entourage to meet his team. And on the other side of things, we have a Presentation College. Of course, Presentation College, they are the national intercol champions at the under-19 level. NAPSO, they are the national under-14 champions, and they'll be looking to add the South Zone knockout title to their list of achievements this afternoon as their skipper. That's Luke Jaggio. He leads his charges as the official part of this evening proceedings goes on. The first vice president of the Secondary Schools Football League, they're in the white jersey as the two teams meet here at the iconic Skinner's Park. Of course, Skinner's Park recently renovated, and a lot of discussion taking place nationally, sometime internationally, about the size and the availability of it for football. But we're proud and happy to have a final at the Skinner's Park. The lights are on, the weather is fine, not hazy conditions, but the field looks a picture as we get ready for action here in the SSFL South Zone Under-14 Finals. We've got the starting lineups for you. For Naparima College, we've got in goal Tevez Holder. He'll be sporting the number 1 jersey. We've got Jeremiah Daniel. He'll be sporting the number 2 jersey. Number 6 is Michael Clement. Number 7, Devon Drayton. Number 10, the exciting Antonio Hills. Number 11, Avi Bagwat. It was his double that led Naps to the national under-14 title. Number 15, the tidy Nicholas Posada, the wingback. Number 16 is going to be Malik Charles, number 20, Jaluka Bailey. Number 9, the exciting Adasa Richardson. And rounding off the starting lineups, we've got Zion Castaneda sporting the number 4 jersey. Well, for the Presentation College team, we've got in goal Marcelo Phillips. Number 23, Matthew Parks. Number 6, the captain, Luke Jagdio. Number 5, Elijah Ramjakt. Number 7, Chike Cupid. Number 10, Jaron Douglas. Number 2, Tishon Simon. And that's the whistle as Presentation gets it going. A long cross out wide. They're aimed at Tishon Simon. The throw is going to be taken by Parks, Big Matthew Parks, as he takes the throw in. Trying to get his team going up the right-hand side. It's a long throw aimed at Simon. Simon with the ball across, but it's not clear by the competent Michael Clement. Ball is won back here. Clement with the defensive header. Hills, but it's dropped kindly for Simon. Simon trying to cross it, but it's been cut out by Castaneda. Zion Castaneda. So presentation starting quite sprightly here this afternoon, as in this historic match, as football returns to Skinner Park. A bit of a foul throw, no call by the referee. And he tries to get it across, but it's headed up the road. Unable to settle Naparima. And there's the ball is banged away with Clement. He's calling his keeper, he didn't come for it. And then he just clears it across. Hill's unable to control it. But now they're able to come forward. Trying to tread the pass was Bailey. Jaluka Bailey. They go wider. And it's cut out. Able to come forward there, Cyrus. And that goes into touch on the far side. So it's going to be a throw in here for Presentation College. If you're just joining us, you're watching the South Zone Knockout Under 14 finals. It's Presentation College against Naparima College. Both schools looking to add more silverware to their cabinets. As Jeremiah clears this one upfield, trying to get to Richardson. Ball hooked into the air, and then it's played on by Drayton. Harvey Bagwat, he goes back to Passad. Passad all the way back to Clement, and their beautiful passing game beginning to be expressed here. Drayton seems to have just gone out of play. It's going to be Naparima ball, and Passad is going to take the throw in. Finds Richardson, a bit of a heavy touch. He'll be trying to express himself here, Hills, but it's tackled out by Parks. So a lot of these youngsters, they participate in the National Elite Program. Richardson, who's on the ball there, he's in a battle with the Douglas, that's Jaron Douglas. He's part of the Elite Program, a program that one of the coaches, it's a bit of a handle ball, a bit of a bad bounce. He was ball hitting the hands. The referee right on spot. As Marcelo Phillip. Of course, when you hear the name Phillip, you think of Marvin Phillip. So another M. Phillip on the horizon. Looking quite competent thus far. All over the officialdom is here. The president of the South Zone, Dennis Tiger Latif, is here as well. As they start things off here. That's a beautiful ball, as we see. Yes, Dennis Tiger Phillip there just coming up the stairs. He's in the house, president of the South Zone, always ready, willing and able to provide assistance and support to football and sport in general throughout the country, but especially in his part of the country, the South Zone. But it's Naparima College looking to plan their 30 here at the Skinners Park. Ball just going out of play right in front of the referee. The coach of the Presentation College. But it's with Clement. And Clement going across the back. Jeremiah, as they continue their passing game. Ball just going out of play there. Castaneda trying to find the nippy and exciting figure on the far side. Ball threaded through. Richardson giving chase. They go back to Phillip. Phillip confidently just playing with the stoppers, but then it's banged up field. It forces Drayton with a shot from distance. A bit of a deflection, easily handled by Phillip. And then he calmly uses his whole area as he tries to get this one downfield, urging his charges forward. The Presentation College keeper, a good dump into the nether half of the field as they continue here. Both teams exchanging passes. Ball traded to Richardson. Richardson in a battle here. A good recovery tackle there by the skipper, Jagdeo. Luke Jagdeo. That's going to be an interesting battle there between the exciting Adasa Richardson and Luke Jagdeo. But it's going to be a corner. It's going to be taken here by, looks like Castaneda, curling in, going for the spectacular. It goes all the way, Clement. Goes out for a throw-in. As we see the corner here again. It was a nice and curling corner with the left boot. And going for the spectacular, not quite sure who it was, but it was charged down and goes out for a corner here for the Naparima team. Passada. Richardson back to Passada. But some good defensive work by Simon. And then it's cleared up field. A Severo. But he loses out. That's Malik Charles. His nickname is Speedy. And he's a quite fleet of foot. That's Malik Speedy Charles. I was going to take the throwing here. Antonio Hills. In fact, it's a free kick. So he's going to be taking this with the left boot. Let's look at the delivery. Ball is floated into the area. The heads go up. But it's headed clear. Cupid. Good work by Cupid. But then he just knocks it upfield. And it's allowed to run there by Castaneda. Gives it to his captain. But then a giveaway here. George. Trying to get a shot away was McDonald. And then they bring it forward. Castaneda giving it to Charles. Charles to Richardson. He tries to blow past his man. In fact, he does. Richardson in the area. Richardson still going. He's looking for support. The ball across. Drayton with a shot. And it's going to be a throw-in there. So Richardson blowing past Ramjat. Elijah Ramjad there, left for dead by the fleet-footed Richardson. It's going to be an Naparima throw. Early days yet in this one. Ball across. And Philip able to come and claim. He does so quite well. Marcelo Philip. And if you hear the name, you watch him in post. You made a guess. I'm sure you've guessed correct. Following in the line of Marvin Phillip. Charging into the back there was Clement. Lucky not to be called. Harvey Bagwat just waiting for the ball to come to him. But first to the ball was Matthew Parks. And here able to win out. And then tries to pass it to Parks and passes it out of play was Cyrus. Sure. Charles Cyrus, sorry. And you could make a guess as well. Dexter Cyrus. And you would have guessed that relation. So Presentation looking to get things right here. They've already wrapped up the Intercol title. With this ball through to Richardson. He's up against Jagdeo. Richardson. Good defensive work by Jagdeo. But in the area here, Castaneda unable to really get any power behind it. And coming and claiming easily is Philip. This ball played upfield. Trying to get that's Acevero going. Goes out of play. It's going to be a throw into the Naparima team. A bit of a heavy touch there by Richardson. Acevero, still Acevero. And then he just gives the ball away cheaply. Posada finds Bagwat. Beautifully threaded pass. But on the wrong side over the attacking Drayton. And making the defensive clearance was Douglas. So it's going to be a corner. So Naparima applying some pressure now. It was Presentation who started the brighter of the two teams. And then having settled, Naparima now getting into their passing game, forcing corners. This one taken short. Drayton. Richardson. But able to win out there is Cyrus. Ball floated forward. But coming back and doing his defensive duties is Clement. Bagwat. Posada. Competent wing back. Posada, and then he gets the commentator's curse. Tackles are plenty in the middle of the field. They go wider to Charles. Fleet-footed Charles. He finds Castaneda. Castaneda here up against Ramjat. Hills. Strong challenge. Nicholas Posadi goes back to his captain, Jeremiah. Cool, calm, collected at the back. He finds Charles. Malik Charles looking to blow past his man here in a battle with Cupid. Cupid wins that battle, but he doesn't win the war. Coming out with the ball is Charles. Clement. Drayton. Silky smooth Drayton. Drayton with a shot. Deflected wide. As the ball headed upfield. Cleared upfield. And then headed out into touch. So Naparima here applying a spell of pressure here on Presentation. They'll have to weather the storm. Well coached, this Naparima team. Richardson. Bagwat losing out to Jagdeo. And then some nice trickery. But he doesn't win out. And Naparima able to win out. And then they go back into their passing trend. All the way across the back. Charles, fleet-footed Charles. Early ball in. And it's cleared. Goes out for a corner. Parks taking no chances. So another corner. 4 early corners here by the Presentation team. Big Antonio Hills go across to take it. He's going to be taking this with the left boot. He's going to be curling in. The big guys from the back, they've come forward, loading the box. Clement is going to be aimed at. Clement! Unable to get there. But it's not cleared still. Still not cleared. Hills. Charles. Hills into the area now. Going for the spectacular was Richardson. Drayton. Good defense. And Cyrus. Acevero just out of his reach. And it's going to be just screened out there by the defender. That's Castaneda. Clement. Posada. Nicholas Posada. He's been excellent all season long for Naparima. He's believed in the watchword KISS. He's keep it super simple. This Nicholas Posada, the wing back here on the far side. The referee just signaling that a substitution is going to be made, and it's Ali, Aidan Ali, who's going to replace Bagwat. Harvey Bagwat, the 2-goal hero for Naparima in the national finals against Signal Hill. But of course, at the under-14 level, it's flying subs. For those who don't understand what flying subs is, you can go in and out. As the name suggests, fly in and fly out. So it's not a permanent substitution. Of course, at the lower age groups, you try to facilitate a shot from distance. Ah, beautiful shot there by Eden McDonald. So very popular name, Eden. Both teams have an Eden apiece. Ball headed wider. Richardson. Richardson is in the air. He's gone down. The referee. And he's pointed at the spot. He thought about it. It was definitely a foul here. The ball headed across. Richardson getting the better there of Parks. And he went down. The referee took a while, thought about it, and then belatedly pointed to the spot. So Naparima, they get a penalty in just the 17th minute. So an opportunity to go up 1-0 here. Hills. Antonio Hills is up against Philip. Marcelo Philip. Antonio Hills. He sent him the wrong way. In fact, he chose the right way, but a well-taken penalty. Naparima daily 1-0. Antonio Hills. So we have it there again. In fact, it was straight down the center. He chose the wrong way. Yeah, it was straight down the center at a decent height. Good camera work there by our cameraman, Kadir Mohammed. The ball just going out of play. It's going to be a throw in here. Going to take it is Nicholas Posada. So Naparima drawing first blood in this, the South Derby. I think this is the ultimate Colleges League Derby presentation versus Naparima. There's a couple in the north, Fatima versus St. Mary's. But I think none in Trinidad and Tobago really matches the energy of a Naparima versus presentation final. A bit of a foul there. Parks, Matthew Parks, he's getting a bit of a warning, a verbal warning by the referee. Good refereeing at this age group. You know, there's a lot of intensity, excitement. Matthew Parks, a bit full-bodied for his age, big-bodied. But it's going to be Clement cooling this one in. Oh, and at far post, he would have been offside. The flag went up on the far side. It was Antonio Hills lurking there. Philip, quite confident in his movements. And he's a good punt downfield. Jeremiah with the defensive header. Malik Charles. Asivero trying to close him down. Eden Singh, misplaced pass, but it falls to Richardson. Richardson up against Matthew Parks. This is a battle within a battle here. But he goes back to Posad, and Posad, Clement. Clement all the way back to his skipper, the impressive Jeremiah. Jeremiah across to Castaneda. As Naparima able to really build the ball here. The ball is through, Ali! And Philip claiming the ball and looking back at Ali as if to say, what are you doing, son? Very confident in post. Jagdeo, his team is down. And he'll have to lead from the back. Hills. And this is the passing sequence. Well drilled, this Naparima College team. Richardson. Drayton. And you see how they're able to possess that ball. Drayton going for a bit of a run. Nice skill there. Charles. He's up against. Still Charles. He's won that battle all evening long. And then easily handled by Philip. Every time the ball goes to Philip, you really see confidence as a young goalkeeper. just sending his team forward. Has a very good kick out. Long downfield. It's gone all the way through. And then the other keeper, Holder, Tevez Holder. His kick out not as impressive. And it goes out for into touch for a throw. So presentation will have to find answers here. Sitting on the bench, the national under-17 coach. He's also part of the under-20 as well as the elite program. That's Sean Cooper. Half chance here by Douglas. So it's going to be Tevez Holder. Jeremiah. Not afraid to bring it out from the back. Charles, he's kept it in play. Ball across, aimed at Richardson. Richardson up against Parks again. Richardson got it inside. Richardson with a shot. Flashing wide. A lot of oohs and ahs in the stands. So going short presentation. Nice work there at the wing-back position by Cupid. But able to win out in the midfield. Holder. Passar. Clement. Drayton. Still Drayton. Trying to thread the needle, but Parks able to do good defensive work. But he only kicks it out as far as Castaneda. Charles, he loses out to Cupid. They're able to come forward here, Asavero, but he loses out to Castaneda. Ball aimed at Ali. And then the keeper, Tevez Holder, just calling for it. The ball goes all the way through. Clement. So Naparima playing with the confidence of champions. Here as Richardson gets past Parks, cuts inside. Looking for support. He goes for the shot. Just flashing over. Richardson. Adasa Richardson. Remember the name. He's been impressive and active as we see him here. Good work though by Parks. He forced him to cut back. But then he was able to flash wide there. It's going to be a duty on this the left side of the Naparima attack, the right hand defense of presentation, because Matthew Parks, he's got a lot of work to do. Philip, Marcelo Philip, long upfield, headed down. Parks, good defensive duties. A battle within a battle. That battle between Parks and Richardson. Here comes the presentation. Good work. Comes across. Strong challenge there. But showing signs of life. Presentation College. It was Emmanuel there who was tackled out of it. Still coming here. He's into the area now, Bailey. And it's off the upright. My goodness me, what a run it was, and it's been signaled for a corner. It was a terrible run here by Jaluka. And it was just saved, in fact, by Philip. So what? And it's into the back of the net. So Adasa Richardson, he's knocked. And finally, he's knocked the door down. Look at this for a celebration. And what about this for a goal? He got past Parks and then banged it past Philip at the near post. When Philip sees this on the replay or later on today, he will be disappointed to be beaten at the near post. So Adasa Richardson. I was just saying that it's a battle within a battle. Adasa Richardson up against the man on the ball, Parks. Parks stood tall, but after repeated attacks, he was beaten there. And then Richardson just banged it past Philip on the near post. He'll be disappointed when he sees this. But what a finish by Richardson. And Avi Bagwag is back on the pitch. So Richardson goes to a more central position. Drayton, Hills, just getting in the referee's way, or the referee getting in his way. The impressive Jeremiah, Clement, Posada, Drayton. So it's 2-0 now. And you're seeing the confidence being exuded by this Naparima team. Building for the future, Naparima. It's been a couple of years since they've won any sort of silverware. And this is Charles coming across his Ramjat and putting it into touch. Eliza Ramjat. Another corner. Antonio Hills to take it. Clement leaves the back and comes forward. Big Michael Clement. That's who he's going to be aiming for. It's floated across. Philip comes. Referee deemed that he'll be impeded illegally by Richardson. Richardson will be claiming that Jagdio clashed with him. But I think the referee got it right there. Philip Parks. Good pass out there by Parks. Strong challenge, but able to win out and go on one of his runners, Simon. But then Clement comes across and puts in the challenge. He falls down and holds his hamstring or buttocks. Some area at the back there. Just probably landing bad. He's a big guy, tough tackling, intelligent defender. And it's always good when you see a young defender. Excuse my bias. You guessed right. I used to play defense. It's always good to see a defender. And we've seen 3 top defenders on display thus far. Central stoppers, that is. That's in Jeremiah and Clement for Naparima. And Jagdio for presentation. Excellent defenders. They're able to read the game well. And if it's time to get rough, you can expect them to get her off. The coach just giving some instruction to Jagdio. Skipper Jagdio getting a stern talking to. He wants the team to come alive. That ball just going out of play. One thing about a skipper as a stopper or keeper, already able to give good instructions when the game need a little impetus. Because they're at the back, they're not able to give you that impetus from their feet. But Jeremiah, the skipper of Naparima, he's been excellent for his team. And just there, he gets the commentator's curse. He kicks this one wide and out. It happens every time. Jeremiah Daniel. Some names that you should begin to remember. They're going to go far in this game. Asivero. In fact, that's not Asivero out wider there. That's the substitute Emmanuel, but he loses out. Cyrus there winning, and then the ball just losing out. It falls to Bagwa. He finds Posada. Posada with a ball over the top, aimed at Hills. Hills up against Parks. He's beaten Parks here again. The ball across. Good defensive clearance, but then it's banged wide. Drayton, Devon Drayton with a shot from distance. So Naparima, they're coming in waves now. Presentation holding on the ropes. They're looking to probably just get to halftime where some instructions will be given. Some tactical changes will be made. Parks. And still attempting to play the ball out from the back. Just kicking it forward. Hopeful at best. Parks. A bit of a handle ball. Signal by the referee. He watches his watch. Remember, 35 minutes, the time period for the under 14s. As Jagdio, the skipper of this presentation team, bangs this one long forward. Goes out and Matthew Parks. Ball played into touch. So they're able to get a couple yards up the touchline. Matthew Parks. And he gains another couple of yards. So they're getting closer to the goal presentation. They'll want Tishona Simon to really get into the act. Richardson, we know what he can do, but some good defensive covering there by Cyrus. And it's going to be a throwing here. Passad going back to Clement. Clement to Jeremiah Daniel. Daniel to Zion Castaneda. Ball through Jaluka. Drayton. Clement. Trying to get Bagwat going. Passad. Drayton. Threaded through. Bagwat. Avi Bagwat. Ball floated across. Good defensive work by presentation. Cupid able to win a throw in there, but it was a telling cross there by Bagwat using the outside of the right boot. Did a difficult technique, but well executed by the young man. Jeremiah Daniel going back to his keeper, Tevez Holder. He's been a mere spectator all of this half. Passad. Miss pass. Simon with a shot. Goes out for a corner. So Passad has hardly done anything wrong, but there make almost a critical error. Simon with the shot, Tishon Simon. Presentation will want a lot more from him. Cyrus going to be taking this with the left boot. He's going to be curling in. He got a very intelligent left boot. Let's look at the delivery. Ball headed back across. And Holder comes and claims. And the Naparima faithful in the stands, they applaud. And then he just rolls it out to his skipper, Jeremiah Daniel. Jaluka with the intelligent turn there. That's it. Jaluka Bailey. You may be wondering why I'm calling him by his first name. Such a good footballing name, Jaluka. I think his parents was thinking about football when they named him. Cyrus. Is he offside? Yes, he is. Just was straying offside. He's not happy with the call, Emmanuel. Ball floated. Judges ushers it to his keeper. Yeah. Oh, and I'm told that his keeper. Oh, I didn't even realize it that Buffon name is Jaluka. We all remember. Well, those are around my age. The youngsters wouldn't remember that. But Buffon, the impressive Italian keeper. So then we've got a bit of a anomaly here. We'll continue after this play. Zion Castaneda. Drayton. Headed down. Richardson. Jaluka. Just over the bar. So Jaluka Bailey there just flashing that one wider. So now we have Tevez Holder in the goal. Those of us who remember is Tevez. He's a attacking player, Argentine. And then we have Jaluka Bailey, who comes from Jaluka Buffon, who's a keeper. But he's playing out. But both parents would have been thinking about football when they would have been naming these young men. And they've kept up the promise, at least thus far. The dream still alive for these young players. As Jeremiah Daniel goes across to Zion Castaneda. trying to get Jaluka going. He skips past one challenge. Still going Jaluka. He has Charles wider. Malik Charles with the cross. Easily handled there by Big Philip. Excellent keeper. He'll be disappointed that 2 goals have gone past him, but he's been excellent in goal. And that's the halftime whistle. So at the half in this one, it's Naparima College that leads 2-0 versus Presentation College. It's the South Zone Knockout Under-14 finals here at the Skinner Park. It was an exciting and intriguing first half. A first half that saw Presentation starting off on the attack. It seemed like they would run away with this one, but then Naparima, the national Under-14 champions, settled. They got into their passing game. They were able to win a penalty, as we have some of the highlights. Sorry, we don't have any of the highlights, but they were able to win a penalty. It was converted by Antonio Mills, and then later on, Adasa Richardson able to convert in the 26th minute to make it 2-0. So at the half in this one, it's Naparima College 2, Presentation College 0. We're going to the break. When we come back, we'll have more action. Welcome back to Skinner Park here in South, beautiful South, as we have a final, a final at Skinner's Park. A lot of controversy about the Skinner Park venue, but it's back in action here. Football have returned. It's Naparima College. They're up against Presentation College, San Fernando, and at the half, it's Naparima that lead 2-0. Antonio Hills, he opened the scoring for Naparima from the penalty mark on the 18th minute, and then in the 26th minute, it was the impressive Adasa Richardson who doubled his team advantage. So the second half just getting ready to kick off here. As Richardson, I was informed that he is the nephew of Levi Garcia, the Garcia brothers. So he comes from a long, impressive history of footballers in the South Zone. That ball just going out of play there. Presentation starting. The Cyrus just really giving up possession cheaply, but it falls to Simon. Simon with a shot. Just flashing over there. So Presentation starting the second half, the same way they started the first, on the front foot. They had Naparima under pressure for the first 5 or so minutes. They looked like they would have run them out of the park, but then Naparima settled and got into this passing game as Posada, Bagwat, Drayton treads the needle to Richardson. Richardson is in a battle with Jagdeo. Jagdeo doing well, ushering him wider and then putting the ball into touch. Good defensive work there by Luke Jagdeo. He's been impressive at the back for his team. Posada goes all the way back to Clement. Clement across to Zion Castaneda. He tried to get it to Malik Charles, but it goes out off of a Presentation player, and he gets the opportunity to take a throw-in. Zion Castaneda, long throw into the area. Oh, it's a very good throw. Jagdeo clearing. On the volley was Drayton, sorry. As Castaneda moving that ball around beautifully. Naparima really exuding confidence. Clement, the impressive Jeremiah Daniel. Drayton, Richardson, Charles with space and time. Jaluka Bailey, and then they go all the way back. So if this was a training drill, they would have gotten some points already, because they made about 20 plus passes, completed passes. Really changing the ball from side to side. The signs of a team in confidence and flow as well. Castaneda just passing it out. As we see some of the referees just passing along here at the refurbished Skinner's Park. Clement, Jeremiah Daniel strides forward. Posad back to his captain, and then his captain misplaces that pass. Naparima not afraid to bring the ball out from the back. Parks, Matthew Parks, he had a rugged first half in which he really was forced to battle with Adasa Richardson. But he's still standing tall with the throw, thrown into the area. And this one banged up field. Richardson bustling forward. Ball back to Richardson. Richardson here up against Cupid. He wins that battle. The ball across the area. Jagdeo coming to save his team blushes, but they only goes as far as Charles, and then he puts it to Castaneda, puts it out. Cupid looking to take this throw. Ball thrown in. Cupid clears it across. Jagdeo. And then he gives it away to Bagwat. Hills. Ball played forward. But Daniel able to come and win it. Castaneda. Charles. Jaluka Bailey. Clement. In fact, that's Zion Castaneda. And they're able to really just maintain possession. And you could see that coaching, a lot of coaching has gone into the play of Naparima. But here comes the presentation. They're always dangerous on the counter. Strong challenge there by Posada. Richardson. Bagwak. The battle here between Richardson and Jagdeo. Jagdeo. Richardson turns his man. Ball across the area. Charles unable to take it down, but he's able to earn a corner for his team. So you're seeing one of the adjustments that has been made. Jagdeo, he's taking personal responsibility for Richardson. Almost doing the old-time man-marking job. He's an excellent stopper. Hills, though, with the left boot, is going to curl this one in. Philip comes. Claims cleanly enough. But then his distribution, not as good as his take. And Daniel able to win it out and goes to Passard. Clement. Castaneda. And there you see they immediately go into their passing sequence. It's good to see young players able to maintain their shape as well as this Naparima team has. You're seeing the shape, the defenders, the two stoppers, the wing backs, but then the commentators curse. Let's give them away. Trying to thread the needle. Clement winning the ball and then losing it. The referee allowing play to continue, probably playing the advantage. And an ambitious effort, really ambitious effort there by Douglas. Jerron Douglas. You have to do very good to go past Holder. Tevez Holder was part of the, I think, well, still is part of the elite program. So, a very good goalkeeper. Castaneda. Hills. Just disappearing a bit from this competition, Hills. Antonio Hills. And there you see that battle again between Richardson and Jagdeo. Jagdeo doing excellent. He's really worked his socks off for his team. Action on the bench of the presentation team as they look for answers in this one. Clement to win, being able to win it out there. Asivero, a heavy touch. Castaneda claiming it's in a sense, but he's stamping the referee, telling him he shouldn't give the referee an explanation. The referee saying this is instructive as the coach tries to give out some instructions. And a shot from distance. Very, very ambitious. So if you're just joining us, you're watching the South Zone Under14 finals between Naparima College and presentation. The fierce rivalry continues. Both teams looking to add to the cabinet of silverware this season. Remember Naparima College, South Zone Intercol champions. Add to that the big prize, the national Intercol champions. Naparima College, Joe, they would gain some solace in putting the national championship in the Under14 division. They would have won that in their cabinet as they look to the future. Ramjat with the arm in the back, the forearm in the back. The referee says that's illegal. Those of us who knows the rules know that it is illegal. So it's going to be a free kick for Naparima College. And it's Clement, Mikhail Clement. Passad, Nicholas Passad. Drayton coming back. He wants to get on the ball. If there's one criticism that could be leveled against the Naparima team, is that the defenders, they are on the ball a lot. I think for my liking, a bit too much. They play more, and there we see a mistake there by Castaneda. And Sean Cooper, national head coach at many age groups. He's up from the bench, barking out some instructions. Jaluka Bailey. Bailey falls to Charles. Malik Speedy Charles looking to use his speed, but good defensive work by Cupid. Cupid winning that battle. Philip goes to Ramjat. Cupid. Nice ball in, coming for it. Cyrus. He has a very intelligent left boot. And they were, just as I was about to say, they were able to break the press of Naparima. They concede possession. This one banged downfield. Richardson. Jaluka Bailey. Richardson. Charles. Fleet-footed. Early delivery into the area. Drayton. Still Drayton. Still Drayton. Devon Drayton in the area. Big save by Makello Philip. He came out, made himself big. So some nice work by Drayton. And I think Philip has been struck in the unmentionables as he goes down. And there it was beautiful work by Drayton there. But making himself big was Philip. And he's holding that sensitive area. The physio getting out there. The two teams go across to their respective benches. And you can see the Presentation College bench. Coach Sean Cooper taking charge of things here. He's been allowing the coach of this age group to dictate things thus far. But with 47 minutes gone and his team staring down the proverbial barrel, he's decided that he's going to give out instructions. He's going to get things enforced. He's going to get them organized. As you're seeing the Naparima College bench, a lot more relaxed. Coach, Teacher Percy, as he's called. Hans Akimbo. The boys just getting some refreshment. Less instructive. Probably just telling them they just got to do what they have done well this afternoon. And all will be well. So it's just about 12 minutes plus whatever other time will be added on. It's Naparima who leads this one in the South Zone final. As we see members of the crowd here. Yeah, you see a nice cross section, a nice crowd here at the Skinner's Park for this, the final of the South Zone. Of course, it's holiday time. It's not often that you see football going past the end of the school term. But this season has been a season, as we've seen, a lot of things have taken place. These youngsters have played a lot of football, and every team wants to play the final. Charles, Speedy Charles, Acevedo, able to just win out. Foul through on Castaneda, Zan Castaneda. It's going to be a throw-in. To take it is Chike Cupid. Nice skill there by Hills. Jeremiah Daniel, a raking pass. Good defensive work by Jagdeo. Really an excellent stopper. And then some good work by Ramjat to break the press. Will this be the opportunity that presentation needs? Ball inside. Asivero though. The referee allowing the advantage to be played. Jaluka Bailey finds Bagwat free. Bagwat, he's onside. The fans in the stands were in line. They just groaned. Pretty close, but the referee assistants would be the one most likely to get it right. But there was a groan from the stands. Richardson unable to bring it under control, but then he gets a second bite of the cherry. Jaluka Charles, Jaluka Bailey, he's been excellent for his team. Richardson, very good forward, this Richardson. Charles, ball across. Good defensive work by Jagdeo. Short pass, and presentation able to come forward here. Referee calling for the infringement. It was George who was stopped. The referee deeming it was an illegal stop sign. So the boys in blue looking to get an answer back. And Jagdeo, Luke Jagdeo, as there are some movements on the bench, as we see number 18 looking to re-enter. That's another Asivero. Is there two Asiveros? In fact, my apologies to Emmanuel. Yeah, I was calling Emmanuel Asivero all the time. The number 14 is in fact Emmanuel. Richardson just skips past the keeper and he finishes it coolly into the empty net. Adasa Richardson, remember that name. He scores, he celebrates, he gets the double. It was a beautiful through ball. Ramjat was always struggling. Keeper Philip came out. He skipped past the challenge and finished. A striker's finish there by Richardson. He celebrates. The boys from Naparima, they celebrate. It looks like game, set, and match. Adasa Richardson has definitely left his mark on today's proceeding. He earned the opening penalty. Add to that, 2 goals off his boot. Will he get a third here? Jagdeo able to come and claim. So Adasa Richardson, the nephew of Levi Garcia and Judah Garcia, showing his footballing pedigree here. He definitely seemed to be, at this age group, notch above in terms of talent. Jagdeo has tried to keep him quiet in the second half, but as soon as there was a switch and he had a Ramjat on him, Elijah Ramjat, he definitely went to work on him and made it 3-0. Simon, he's been good in parts. This Simon, that's Tishon Simon. You're seeing the ability of the young man, but he's not been consistent. And that's one thing they cannot beat Richardson for. He's always there or thereabouts as he's into the action here again. Drayton, good defensive work there by Parks. Richardson, he's always into the action. This young man, bustling number 9. And I think as he increases in physical size and strength, he'll be the genuine number 9, able to hold up the play, able to play off of the defenders. a skill not the easiest to master. Posada. Clement. Bagwat. Harvey. The calls from the stands. They're calling his name. Can he respond? And just quite happy to maintain possession. And it's so good to see youngsters so composed on the ball, not afraid to look for the free man. And when the pressure comes, and just like give him away, but then able to do his own defensive duties, clean up his mess. A beautiful ball over the top. Parks, he has to clear it out. He thinks it come off the attacker, but it goes out and it's going to be a corner. So Naparima ringing the changes now. As Zion Castaneda comes off, and on comes Sylvan. That's number 15 and the number 18 Hunt, Delani Hunt, and Taj Sylvan. Ball into the area. There were appeals for handle ball. So not much more time left in this one. The Naparima faithful have brought out the champagne, the non-alcoholic version that is. Charles. Cupid able to win out though. Drayton. Posada. Looking. The substitute trying to do a bit too much, and he would take a book from, in fact, it's Jaluka Bailey who has gone out wider on the left hand side. Trying to do a bit too much there, Jaluka. And I think he will take a page from Nicholas Posad's book. Nicholas Posad has used what we call old time the kiss. Keep it simple. I'll leave out the last S. In modern times, I've heard it gentle it down, so they say keep it super simple. So I think Jaluka needs to, in this time, just to keep it simple. His team is leading 3-0. No need to do nothing special. Or not, I shouldn't say nothing special, nothing extraordinary. So Cupid trying to get a consolation for his team. Simon bangs this one across. George. But coming back and doing good defensive duties. And then Drayton with acres of room. Oh, had he gotten to the end of that one, it would have been a very, very interesting. In the end, it goes out for a throw. Drayton able to win it back. Jaluka. Is he onside? No, he's not. The referee assistant on this, the far side, the very experienced Mr. Mohammed, I think it is. Yes, Mr. Mohammed on the far side. Very experienced. Good referee assistant. If I'm not mistaken, would have refereed at a number of CONCACAF events. Ball played over the top. Richardson. Good strong challenge. Jagdeo. Solid. Yes, as we have with us the Mayor of San Fernando, Robert Paris. Good afternoon, Mr. Paris. How are you?
How are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Paris. of course, a game, a competitive game of football being played at the Skinners Park. I think you will be very pleased.
Oh, yes. I'm very pleased to see that football is back at the mecca of football in San Fernando, which is our Skinner Park. Very proud to see this.
Yeah, so most definitely, as I'll repeat that question, as we had a bit of a technical difficulty. Mayor Paris, yes, football back at Skinner Park.
I am so pleased to see that football is back at the southern mecca of football, which is our Skinner Park. I'm very happy to see this.
Yes, and of course, you get it no bigger in the South Zone than Naparima versus Presentation.
Oh, well, you know that this is the rivalry for South, right? But I'm so pleased to see that secondary schools football is back at Skinner Park, and we could only see in the foreseeable future bigger and better things here at Skinner Park.
Yeah, very exciting final it was.
Yes.
Well, it is not yet completed, but it seems like Naparima, you are Naparima boy?
Actually, prayers.
Well, your team definitely has come down to this year, and they're down, but I think they're going to be fighting to get a result still.
Well, yeah, I mean, at least they're still the intercol champions.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Of course, you all can boast of having taken the big prize, the South Zone Intercol Championship,
Yes.
and as well as the National Championship. Yeah.
Yes.
So congratulations to you.
Yes.
Mayor, the plans for this beautiful facility here.
So, I mean, Skinner Park is a cultural and a sporting facility. Definitely one of our pillars in the city of San Fernando is sports. So right now we're actively planning the Mayor's Cup, which will be featuring some of our school boys and some international teams. Actually, we have persons right now upstairs in the Mayor's box. We're speaking about it. We've been planning it for the last 3 to 4 months. So also we have the Southern Games is going to be back in March in Skinner Park. So, you know, it's just not just cultural. It's not just the Calypso Fiesta and the Carnival. Sports is an integral part in the development of our country, and especially amongst our young persons. And we're very happy to have the park rocking again.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you talk about because we're talking about the football, and we all know what football means to Skinner Park. Oh, there's a shot. It's off the hop right there. A beautiful save by your Presentation boy there.
He's
Philip.
very brave. Very brave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but we know the culture, the Calypso,
Yes.
of course, the Fiesta, Calypso Fiesta.
Yes.
What is a carnival season without the Calypso Fiesta?
Yes.
But we're so happy to have football back, and of course to hear the plans, the cup coming back.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that will definitely be the impetus needed. You know, I saw as I came into the arena, I saw just outside youngsters training.
That's
and having
right. So, I mean, like I said, we have a plan for the city of San Fernando that inculcates every aspect of the development of the city and every citizen of the city of San Fernando. But sports is really big, and we really needed to start back to play some football on this field in particular. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor Paris.
Yes.
And of course, I leave you with to say any words you want to say to your the persons in your budget, as well as the nation as a whole, as we get ready for the Christmas season.
Well, first and foremost, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year. And I want the citizens of the city of San Fernando to know that all is in place for a safe and enjoyable Christmas into Carnival. And I just want to thank you for the opportunity to have speak to the audience. And sports is back. Football is back at Skinner Park.
Well, you heard it there from the mayor himself, Mr. Paris, as he tells us his worship, the mayor, as he tells us football is back. So you heard it from the mayor, and you're seeing it on the field here as Naparima tries to put things to bed here with another goal. But it looks like time is winding down in this one as Naparima College seem to have the writing on the wall as they would see themselves being crowned adding to the national crown, the South Zone Under-14 knockout crown. Yeah, the presentation. And there's Naparima. Yeah. And it was so good to have that interview. Of course, I'm on a coach's chat, and the coaches in that chat are always a shot from distance. Philip, yes, Marcelo Philip, I think following in the footsteps of, should we call him his legendary relative, Marvin Philip. This ball banged up field. I know on the coaching chat they were very concerned about football being played at Skinner Park. And the mayor ended it by saying, football is back. You know, it's good to see incremental steps, as I always have to remind myself, even though, you know, because I am one who likes results, that there are things that we have to work, we have to follow the process. As Drayton tries to follow the process that has gotten Naparima success thus far in this one. Castaneda. And Clement. But you're definitely happy that football is back. The under-14 level. And I think a lot of the coaches will, I think, you know, we have a coach who holds a lot of, Roger, who holds a lot of competition, age group competitions throughout the country. He would be glad to know that the Skinner Park is available to age group football, because not only senior football, elite football is important, but also the grassroots, the different age groups. As he went for the Olympic goal straight from the corner, but Philip was alert and pushed it over the crossbar. Antonio Philip there, look at it again. He went for the Olympic goal. For those who don't know, that's a goal scored directly from the corner. And Philip was looking to cheat. He was looking to play for the cross. Instead, he went directly to goal. Philip was alert and pushed it over the bar. So Hills looking to finish things off with an exclamation mark, I would assume. This one floated at the back post, overhit this time. Jaluka Bailey first to react. He gets it. Clement floated back in. Of course, the big defender would have come forward and would have think that he should have tried for goal. And that's the what you have taking place when the defenders come forward. We always think that we should get an opportunity at goal. So not much more time left in this one. Mayor Paris, an old press boy, not getting the result he would like, but he definitely would have gotten the result of having football played, competitive football being played at the Skinner's Park. Is he onside? The referee assistant flag has stayed on. Asivero. But it's been just prodded out for a corner. Sylvan just prodding it out for a corner. It's going to be a corner to presentation. Can they get a consolation here? Late consolation. They don't seem interested in going for the ball though. And that's so important. The young men should keep their head up. And it's going to be Cyrus. He got a very intelligent left boot. So this one is going to be curling away. Because he's going to be taking it with the left boot. It's going to be curling away. The box loaded with blue jerseys. Ball into the area. Pass everyone. Drayton collects and going down in the box. It seems to be, I think he's holding his head. Castaneda, if I'm not mistaken. He's rolled over. Oh no, it's the skipper. Yeah, it's the skipper, Jeremiah Daniel. Jeremiah Daniel, a very impressive young player. So when you look at it, the football is in good hands in the South Zone. last season we saw Fatima College really, taking things as we see a beautiful sunset picture there. The yellow lights as the sun begins to set here in South Trinidad. Picture us this Skinner's Park. I think barring the controversy of the size of the field, it's a really nice facility, and I think those in the south would appreciate it. The cycling is back. I remember the days I used to come and do cycling here. Yeah, and the mayor also said that Southern Games is back at the Skinner's Park. Bailey, unable to react. There was a substitute hunt. Jaluka Bailey being unselfish there. A lot of persons in the stands would have thought he should have shot the ball. Instead he chose to pass as Drayton jogs across. In fact, Richardson decides that he's going to take this one. No, he leaves it for Richardson. And Richardson, he's going to be taking this with the right boot. He's going to be curling in. Ball floated across. Philip comes. And his normal confident self claims. Looks to get the attack going. But Passad is there to break things up. So a number of bright spots on both teams. I think the Naparima team was just a bit better organized. Parks, he loses out to Passad. A bit of a push by Jaluka Bailey. Ramjack. Bailey trying to thread the needle. Charles is lightning fast. He just would have gone out of play. Yeah, he's lightning fast. Probably just needed a little inch to get there. Cupido did well. Made himself big physically. But Charles, Speedy Charles, finds Richardson, who just skips past the challenge. Ball across. Hunt with the opportunity. And that's the final kick of the match. At the end of 70 minutes, Naparima College, they add the South Zone Under-14 title to their national championship. They would have gotten things started in the 18th minute through the penalty spot from Antonio Mills in the 26th. Adasa Richardson added to that. And then in the second half, he extended the lead. So we got some of the highlights as the teams just congratulate each other. What a match it was. Definitely a game worthy of being a final match of the season as these youngsters played their heart out. As we have the first goal, it was Antonio Hills. He sent Philip the wrong way, drove it down the center. It was 1-0. A quickly taken corner. Richardson got past Parks, and then he blasted past Philip at the near post to give his team the 2-goal advantage. Then it was Richardson again. He skipped past Ramjack, skipped past Phillips, and then put it into the open net. It was 3-0, and that was all she wrote in this one. So in the end, Naparima College, they will be crowned the South Zone knockout final champions of the Under-14s. It was a beautiful season, and from all of us here, I'm Gordon Pierre. I want to thank you for viewing from Jason Passad, as well as cameraman, our new from camera talent, Kadir Mohammed. We want to say good night and good luck.